and welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is on these faux fur headbands, mommy and me style as always. Chicago right now is like a polar vortex. I read somewhere today it might even be colder than Antarctica. So for you all to go out, we're not leaving the house. As you can see, baby Savvy is in a sleeper, but when we do go out, we're gonna go out in style. If you don't know what this channel is about, this is for all the mamas out there who want to be chic, who want to have fun. All the hacks of my lifestyle given to you here on this platform. Before we get into this tutorial, if you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I do not always sound this congested, by the way. Go ahead and hit the like button, and as always, leave a comment of any more suggestions that you may have. Yes. But yes, like I said, let's get into this. If you want to see more about how I created these faux fur headbands for me and my little baby Savvy, keep on watching.
Okay, so I really hope the sound quality of this voiceover is good. I cannot find my headphones right now, but we're going with it. So I'm starting with a piece of fabric. This is just some faux fur that I happen to have from a previous project. And I measure it out to 25 inches, which is the area around my head. So as you can see, I used two pieces of fabric and sewed them together to achieve this 25 piece of fabric. And to get a good coverage of my ears and around my head, I went with 4 inches in length as far as the fabric around my head. I noticed on YouTube a lot of people weren't putting for like on the outside and inside of their headbands. I don't understand why, because I want my ears to be warm and fashionable. So that is 8 inches total. As you can see right here, I used an additional piece of black fabric that's going to be used to cover this white elastic I have here. That's all I have. Now, I really did attempt to sew the pieces of fabric with my sewing machine to get a very neat stitch, but I noticed that the struggle was very, very real with this fabric, and I could not get it to glide under my presser foot the way that I intended it to. So I went with an old-fashioned hand stitch, the old faithful hand stitch, to join these two pieces together. As you can see, I am just sewing the piece of 8 inches together. It is very similar to like a sleeve. I don't know, it just reminded me of a sleeve once I was finished. So you want to turn it inside out and sew it, so when you turn it back around, it will be undetectable at all. So I went ahead and did this all the way to the length of the headband, all the way even to that black piece of fabric that I showed you all. You want to just go for it. It was an easy stitch, so I did not worry about cleanliness. As you can see there, I just went with it, and since it's such a simple project, it worked out. The hardest part of this project was really this right here, turning it inside out. It was hard to like maneuver the thick fabric, so it was just like a lot of pulling and tugging here. I even shook it a couple times, and it eventually came all the way through. You of course want to do this before you go any further. So once I finally had it all right side out, I went ahead and attached a piece of elastic. I'm sorry you all, I did not measure this initial piece of elastic. I just wanted to get it on there. So you can't really tell, but I am sewing close the end of this headband, and I am sewing the elastic into that closure. I hope that makes sense. But another hand stitch, this is a very easy project, so hopefully you can sew. If not, you can always just use a glue gun. But here is that final piece of elastic that I attached there, and I'm going to try to attach it to the inside of the other end of this headband. So I am pulling out my glue gun because I did not want any thread to show if I tried to attach that elastic any other way. I'm going to wiggle it into the headband, into that black piece of fabric as far down as possible. And then I'm going to press the fabric together so the glue can adhere. And this is what I have. Now that first piece of fabric did not give me like a secure hold up that I wanted, so I did measure this piece. I added a 2-inch piece of elastic just to get a tighter hold on the end. So just 2 strips will do it, 2 strips of hot glue, and I just tuck that into the side of the headband closest to the outside. And it was very secure. You don't have to worry about the elastic showing. It worked out so great. And there you have it. Ta-da!
Thanks, Angel, for watching and watching to the very end. As always, we appreciate your support and we hope that you continue to live your blessed life. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.